Hello everybody, this is Dan Klauser, President of the Big Vision Foundation. Today we're joined with Mike Blair-Smith, the Vice Chair of our baseball board. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
So we're out here on the final day of our Jackie Robinson Classic. As you saw the camera pan around, got one championship game underway, the 14-year-old championship game underway. 12-year-olds were in our last pool game, championship game slated for about an hour out. And things went along pretty well this weekend, had a great weather, and lots of teams commenting on the progress we've made with the renovations here. Have Mike here joining us. Just want to ask him a couple questions about, being here over the past 6 years since we started using this facility and seeing how things have come together. I mean, now that we're that close to having that wall done, I mean, seeing it from, a conversation over pizza to what it is now. I mean, what are kind of some of your thoughts at this point?
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. As Dan said, the first conversation happened, over some pizza sitting at a restaurant. But just overall, the progress to this facility is unheard of. I mean, when we first got here, there's not a single fence on any of our fields. And over the past couple of years, we have fences upright and standing. And then, to come in here and see the Green Monster being built on Charlie Wagner Field is just incredible. You hear about it, you see pictures on Facebook, but you don't really, you can't really put it together until you come out and see this facility. You can see all the pictures you want, and you can, hear all the rumors being talked about, how great it is, but until you actually come out here and stand at the bottom of that wall, it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, words can't describe, what that looks like right now as I stand here and take a look at it.
Yeah, it really is pretty amazing, and those of us who've been around kind of since its inception and everything, it really touches home every day as we see things come together on that. And this weekend, it was really our first weekend of having good baseball weather. Last week we played, and it wasn't really great baseball weather, but we got through it. But this week, you could really see a difference in people's attitudes and kind of looking at, stuff and making comments. I had a lot of teams that, commented on the Monster and on the facility in and of itself. We were just talking before we went on about the team from Chester County that was reading up on the bios of our local players and stuff like that. And I mean, for me personally, that's one of the things that really makes it, special for us to be able to recognize some of these local players, and seeing that these kids not only are playing the game of baseball, but learning about some of the history. I mean, what were some of the comments people made to you this weekend about from, this is our first 12 and 14-year-old group, so most of these teams, this is their first time here since last year. What were some of the things you heard?
I mean, everyone just, as they're walking by this field, it's, you hear the words amazing, incredible, and, the number one question is, when's it going to be ready and when can we play on it? And, man, when that day comes, it's going to be something special. We have a great core of teams that continue to come back every single year in and year out to participate in the tournaments because we put, a great product on the field when it comes to our tournaments we're operating. But, now they have this spectacular wall being erected out here in left field of Charlie Wagner Field, and it's going to continue to just grow and expand into more amazing things than we ever thought of just being a tournament organization and sponsoring our own team. So, when you see little kids running around this facility, looking at the Green Monster, whether you're a Red Sox fan or not, you know what the Green Monster is, and it's going to just continue to attract people from all walks of life to come out and check it out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And like I said, one of the things I like, being able is to educate some of these kids on the history of the game. And this weekend being our Jackie Robinson Classic, we've got our number 42 out here on the fence, one of our 3 retired numbers. And, hearing these kids and seeing them, the shirts that we sold this weekend, the Jackie Robinson shirts, great sales on those. And again, it's not really about because we're selling T-shirts, it's because they're buying them because of what's on that T-shirt. And, the number 42 on there and just being able to honor Jackie Robinson. And again, one of the things that we're proud of here and a lot of people in Berks County don't realize or take for granted is that Berks County had ties to April 15th, 1947, and the fact that Carl Furillo was Jackie Robinson's teammate. So on our Carl Furillo Way, we saw a lot of people reading about that and kind of commenting about, that was pretty interesting. And again, I mean, a lot of these people are hours from Berks County, but yet they look at that and see how significant that is. We're proud to be able to be a part of that and be able to recognize what these guys have done for our area here. So anything else you want to add before we sign off here, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just add on to the history of Berks County and baseball as a whole. You know, we're running tournaments out here every single weekend, but it's also a history lesson as you walk through our facility here. I mean, you got bios of, Vic Wirtz, Whitey Karowski, Charlie Wagner, all these great legends that have played the game of baseball. So, you can come out here and enjoy a great weekend of tournament baseball, but also learn a little bit about the history of the game while doing so. And, if you ever have any questions about what we're doing out here, there's plenty of minds to pick. I mean, Dan's a history book in his own right, so feel free to stop out to our facility out here and check it out and have conversations with any of us that are a part of the organization. So thanks for having me on, Dan.
Thanks for joining me reluctantly. So always, as always, check out our Facebook page, YouTube, and of course our website at www.bigvisionfoundation.org.